Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Noshia Alwaris binti Basri. My matric number is EX03402. So, for test 1, the topic that I have choose is the minor and major misconduct in employment. Why I choose this topic? Because I can see some of the employee did not know how to differentiate between minor and major misconduct in their workplace. So, firstly, I will talk about misconduct. Okay, firstly, there are two types of misconduct, which is a major and a minor misconduct. Major and minor misconduct can lead to a instant or further dismissal. It is an uncomfortable and challenging process for the manager and employer to manage. Proper conduct and professional behavior in the workplace are essential to ensure the efficient operation of company daily. As a result, employee need to define unacceptable behavior so that employee can differentiate between appropriate and inappropriate behavior action. So first, I will discuss what is the meaning by the employee misconduct itself. Okay, case law have defined the meaning of misconduct to be any conduct on the part of employee which is inconsistent with the with the faithful discharge of his duties or any breach of the express or implied duties of an employee toward his employer. It is also known as a form of improper behavior or international wrongdoing or deliberate violation of a rule or standard behavior. So, the question is, are there any section in the Employee Act that deal with the employee misconduct? Okay, the answer is yes. There is a section that talk about misconduct. Section 14 of the Employee Act 1955 provide that an employer may punish an employee on ground of misconduct after due inquiry. Due inquiry here mean the company must investigate the case and provide the employee an opportunity to defend himself before an independent panel before the judgment is put on him. Section 14 goes on to provide that while investigate a matter, the company has the right to suspend the employee from working if his present at the workplace will affect the investigation. Okay, next we will move on to the minor misconduct. Okay, minor misconduct occur when an employee perform action in the workplace that are unacceptable but not criminal acts. The disciplinary action for minor misconduct typically depend on the severity of the infraction and whether or not the employee has a history of inappropriate behavior. So, at the first instance of a minor misconduct, the employer may talk to the employee about his behavior or issue in a verbal warning form. So, after the second offence, the employer may issue a writing warning, and after the writing warning, the employer may suspend the employee. If the problem continue, the employer may terminate the employee contract. So, contract. Here is a few example of a minor misconduct. This include persistent lateness or absentees, unsatisfied standard of work or poor productivity, disruption of other employee, using abuse language, failure to abide by company dress code or health and safety procedure. So next we will move on to the major misconduct. Okay, a major misconduct is any act of indiscipline or behavior that cause substantial harm or damage, is demonstrated to or affect the reputation of the personnel and asset of the employer. Similar to the minor, all major misconduct must be investigated. So there are some example of major misconduct. Usually a major misconduct involve criminal acts. Okay, some of the example is thief, disobedience, fraud, dishonesty, gambling, assault, violence, abuse, habitual late attendance, burglary, negligence of duties, failure to observe safety rule, chronic inefficiency in perform drug and alcohol abuse, engage in private work during working hour, disrupt the company document, disrupt the company equipment, and other similar act that of misconduct. So how we differentiate between the major and the minor misconduct? So there is no hard and fast rule on what constitute major misconduct or minor misconduct. So the Employment Act 1955 does not make reference to the word major and minor. Companies generally like to differentiate major and minor by identify different type of punishment for both category of misconduct. So in fact, the list of minor and major misconduct is a very subjective and may vary depending on the nature of each business. For example, the act of smoking might not be a major misconduct in a legal firm, but it might be deemed as a major misconduct in oil and gas firm. So to answer this question, it is really boiled down to the nature of your industry itself. The misconduct is serious enough to warrant termination as a major misconduct and the other as a minor misconduct. However, an employee who habitually commits acts of minor misconduct will be deemed to have committed a major act of misconduct. For example, if the employee keep getting late every day, or in a month he keep about 5 or 6 times he come late, it will lead to the major misconduct. Okay. So in conclusion, if the problem keep continue, the employee may terminate the employer may terminate the employee contract. So the employee itself need to differentiate between major and minor misconduct, so that the employer cannot terminate them. Okay, I think that's all for me. Thank you.